You might be wondering how an exceptional player like Angel Reese could cause her team to lose a game based on both what transpired on the court and what transpired off court that infuriated Reese's pals. Before we continue, I would like to make a quick request. Please take a moment to like this movie and subscribe to the channel if you enjoy it. Since over 98% of you watch the movies without joining, it doesn't matter. We truly appreciate it, and it costs you nothing. Do you remember clicking the subscribe button? It would be greatly appreciated. I'll watch the video again this time. You've heard of August 25th's double danger and double-edged swords. There was a negative aspect to Reese's rebounding rampage that infuriated her pals. We'll discuss how pursuing personal glory can cost you more than simply points. We must discuss that game from August 25th. Even though Reese pulled down an incredible 20 rebounds, her team still lost. How does that happen? With his attention focused on the hoop, it appears that Reese's hunger for boards may have been the reason the team failed. You heard that Reese is intentionally missing shots to improve her stats as she waits for the ball to strike it and focuses so intently on getting the rebound that she misses easy layups. Rebounds are excellent, right? Of course they are, but not when they cost actual points. Her buddies are suffering because she is acting as though she isn't playing the game at all. Because of this, the objective of basketball is to throw the ball through the hoop rather than just collect it after it bounces off. How about Reese? She acts as though rebounds are the new money in basketball, which has to be dissected since the Olympics break. Reese should work on improving her shots, but instead she's focused on grabbing more rebounds, which is why things start to get crazy at the end of the game when every point matters. Her shooting average has dropped significantly over the last 5 games, falling to 32.4%, which is a very small amount that's not just bad, but ridiculously bad. While the rest of the team was trying to win a basketball game, Reese was still playing with the boards. There were times when she could have passed the ball to a partner who was open or taking a good shot, but instead she would make a bad shot miss, and then pick it up herself. Imagine playing excellent defense, forcing a turn, running down the court, and getting open for a great shot, only to have a partner ignore you to go get another rebound. Someone would lose their cool in that situation, but those last few seconds were where the real shocker happened. It was tense in the stadium. Everyone could feel how close the game was. There was a chance for Reese to be the hero, shut up the haters, and show that she cares about the team. Not surprising, LY she went for another recovery. Instead, the game was over when the ball hit the rim, and the clock struck midnight as a result of Reese's 20th comeback. Her team lost again. Who said those mean things? In the locker room, their tempers were getting too high. Ever think about what happens when the best player on a team becomes its biggest problem? You could say that Reese's friends are about to snap. The aftermath of that close loss was just the beginning. Imagine that. As the final whistle blew, there wasn't a unified team circle. Instead, we saw a group of players who were clearly angry. People shook their heads and rolled their eyes. The tension was thicker than peanut butter. We need to play for each other, not just for our stats. A player was heard saying, "I feel bad." That's a terrible thing to say, especially to the person you think is leading your team for real. Though this anger didn't just appear out of thin air. For a while now, her pals have been annoyed by Reese's impolite behavior. It's reported that she's quite challenging to deal with. You can't perform a symphony when the lead violinist is constantly attempting to play by herself. It's not only about her behavior, to use a polite phrase. Reese's personal stats have been skyrocketing while the team's record has been declining by chance, not according to her friends, making it seem like you're watching a car hit very slowly. The team's recent play has been a trash fire as a result of their rec losses, and fans are feeling pretty anxious. Every game, Reese's rebounding numbers increase, but so do the team's loss columns. The atmosphere in the changing room is far too chilly for Penguin's lunch, and her buddies are unsure if she is playing for the name on the front or the back of the jersey. Former comrades would high-five her. Even though the last-second loss wasn't the worst part, Reese's friends finally lost it as the team trudged back to the locker room. "We're a team, not your personal highlight reel," she yelled, her words hanging in the air. Now, the team ignores her after games. The team dinners that used to be enjoyable and full of laughter aren't very fun anymore. There is no I in team in basketball, just as there isn't in life. Having said that, it does appear that there is one in Reese. The question now is, will this last forever? It has been lost so many times. When will something give? At this point, they're not just losing games. they're also losing the teamwork that makes basketball so alluring. In women's basketball, there was no hope for teamwork until a player changed the rules of what it means to be a star. How does a rookie elevate her team as a whole while still achieving incredible numbers? When Caitlin Clark appears, she is the complete opposite of Angel. Reese's me first mentality. In addition to her impressive stats, Clark has been receiving a lot of attention in the league since she is proving to everyone that it is possible to be both a team player and a star. Not only is she playing hoops, but she is also leading a symphony on the court. She plans every pass, shot, and move to help her partners get better, and you know what, it does the job. Although Reese is busy chasing rebounds, it is important to analyze how Clark plays the game. Cooperation and selflessness are crucial. When she shoots, there's no question that it's for the team's benefit and not just to improve her own stats. Clark has a remarkable talent for improving everyone around her. She always knows where her teammates are before they do, and she passes the ball around like it's old-fashioned, giving her friends opportunities to shine. You might be wondering, what about her phone number? If she is so preoccupied with her colleagues, they must be in misery. Ignore that notion. Clark is receiving numbers that would make any star green with envy. Let's talk about efficacy. The great thing is that her numbers are truly assisting folks in gaining a fresh perspective. These passes aren't just pretty, they're putting points on the board and W's in the win column. However, it's not just about the numbers. Clark takes advantage of every opportunity she gets, while Reese misses simple layups to get the ball back. Her number of shots is insane. People are assembling around Clark, getting excited from her, and playing their hearts out while watching a well-oiled machine where every part knows what to do and does it flawlessly. She exudes an exciting energy that makes you want to be around her. This is where things start to get really interesting. Since Clark's team has a star player who understands that basketball is a team sport, they are beating other teams, rising through the ranks, and making them sweat. I know what you're thinking, but hold on. How can one player make such a difference? Reese's team has been losing lately, right? When your best player is only focused on improving the team, it's all about the ripple effect. Everyone now starts to play harder, making that extra pass and diving for loose balls as everything changes. Since winning as a team is now more important than solo glory, let's take a look at it. A few games ago, Clark had a triple-double, which was quite great, and her team won by a significant margin. Could this be the most significant factor of all the smiles on her friends' faces despite the freezing temperatures in Reese's changing room? Her stats weren't just numbers. They directly contributed to a fantastic team performance, which is the difference between making stats look good and actually impacting the game. Basketball is all about having fun, and Clark's team seemed to be enjoying themselves outside. To stay in the game and receive more hoops videos that cover the newest and greatest stories, right-click the subscribe button. If Caitlin Clark can do it for free, why are you still here when it's so easy to click a button to express gratitude for all the effort that went into making this film? Join me at the next one, and I'll see you there.